If I just hit slideshow, they should just go through, right, on their own? Okay. So these are pictures from when I went to San Diego with Troy to take pictures of the bandmates for content, because I am a content creator. Obviously a photographer, but Troy was nice enough to take me with him to give him and the band content to share on their social media platforms. I could have just taken pictures of the band playing live, but there's just nothing really creative about that, and we've all seen it a million times. So they were nice enough to, anytime I told them, hey, stand over here, just do this, they'd let me take their picture, and we got some good stuff. And so this is just one example of content creation. On that note, I would like to say, for me personally, 80% of my new customers come from social media, whether that's through photography, logo design, or LifeVantage. They all come from social media because I'm constantly creating content and offering value on social media. I highly suggest if you're not utilizing social media, no matter what you do, you should, and that's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of it. So I'll show you another example of some content here. That's my favorite one. That was Troy's idea, by the way, not mine.
It was a good idea.
It reminds me of monkeys or something from the 70s.
Yeah.
Fun, lovable, right?
That's
Right? So this next one is the Portland White House contacted me, and they wanted me to create some content for them to share that would get people talking before Halloween. If you have anything, if you have a fear of ghosts, maybe close your eyes. I don't know. I just like to say that beforehand. So I shot at the Portland White House, which is a beautiful bed and breakfast in Portland. If you haven't been there, check it out. And so I was lucky enough to get Hannah from the show Grimm to be my model for this. And that's her. I don't know if you've seen her on the show, but she is adorable, but she's very good at being creepy.
Horribly creepy.
So she's a very sweet girl, and she's great, great at acting. She's great at modeling, and she's got it down. So this was just another example for a pre-Halloween content creation. Now you don't see a lot of the Portland White House, but it was all shot at the Portland White House, and they used it, and they got a really good response from people just sharing that on social media. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So now this next one is also a promotion right before Halloween, and this was for the what's it called? The Haunt in Portland, and it's a haunted house, and one of their characters for the haunted house was It. I'm sure you all know the character It. So if you don't like clowns, if you're afraid of clowns, maybe close your eyes. Pictures are not violent, but they're a little creepy. So I got my makeup artist who works at the haunt as well, and we got this guy, dressed him all up. He looked, well, you'll see, he looked just like the character, but they shared these to promote the haunted house, and they actually went viral, which was pretty cool. A lot of big blogs picked it up and shared it, and this is just another version of content creation. And they shared all these photos via social media, and like I said, they absolutely took off, which was amazing. I create content for all kinds of companies, whether it's a haunted house, or whether it's fashion, or like I said, band. No matter what it is, I can do it all.
Who's that guy's dad?
Did that kid get
I think he needs a
therapy
new one.
afterwards?
So that is the makeup artist's son, and all she does for a living is horror makeup. So he's around it all the time. So he was not afraid whatsoever, and he was adorable.
Yeah.
Because we probably saw it being pulled
Yeah.
She also had him watch the whole process of putting on the makeup and talk to him like for a week beforehand, explaining to him what was, going to be happening. So he was well prepared.
All the moms are like, thank you for telling us that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is just a slideshow of some random stuff I've done. So when people ask you, well, okay, so what are your specialties? What do you shoot? What don't you shoot? So like I said, I shoot fashion, lifestyle, portraits, creative portraits, headshots, corporate headshots. Now, what I don't shoot is weddings. I don't do weddings, and typically I don't shoot with babies. It's not my specialty, or families generally. It's usually one-on-one, maybe two. So I could do engagement photos, but typically not family photos or wedding photography. But if you know someone, like for instance, as you know, last 2 weeks I was gone, I went to Orlando for a Life Vantage seminar, and there was about 5,000 people there. Well, I know hundreds of them via social media, right? Well, a couple weeks before going, probably 100 of them contacted me and said, hey, while we're there, can you take my picture? Because I love your photography and I need some new shots for social media, whether it's your LinkedIn profile picture, your Facebook profile picture, etc. So a great referral for me would be someone that you know who needs an updated profile picture for any of those social media platforms. Because it turns out a lot of people do need updated pictures. Good updated pictures. That's my dad. Vikings fan, go Vikings. So yeah, I do a little bit of fashion, lifestyle. I got 1 more minute, so if anyone has any questions, feel free.
Did you want to show the domestic violence pictures?
Oh, so the domestic violence, thank you. So the domestic violence pictures, I did not bring, that's my dog Jimmy. I did not bring the domestic violence pictures to share because they could trigger some people, but I did them with Troy, and it was actually a campaign that I did for myself, really. It wasn't, I didn't do it for a company, but it is a good example for a company that may be looking, and I will be contacting, that's my brother, I will be contacting some nonprofits to see if they want to utilize the pictures that we got for the domestic violence to start a campaign. It's just the first series of many because it's important to me, and I think it's a topic that should be discussed, and there's many others that are hard to talk about, but I think if we can create content in the right way that gets people talking and creates emotion, that's what I'm about. So, thank you.